I am a pastor's wife, and I have been a first lady for over 30 years now. The purpose of me creating this video is because I have recognized the lies that the enemy has told me over the years that has stopped me from walking into the next chapter of my life. And the purpose of me talking about this is because I don't want you to allow the enemy to discourage you to believe the lies that he have told you. Because if you do, you're not going to be able to fully bloom in Christ. So I'm going to share 3 of the lies that the enemy has told me over the years. And I'm hoping by me sharing my story that it will cause you to recognize the lies that the enemy constantly tell you. If you don't recognize the voice of the enemy, it can be a huge distraction to you. And it's going to be harder for you to accomplish your passions that God has placed inside of your heart. So if you are First Lady and you are battling within your mind, and it's hard for you to become set free because of the lies that the enemy constantly tell you, make sure you watch this full video. Lie number 1, you're not qualified. The enemy wants you to think that you are not qualified because he knows that if you believe it, it's going to decrease the confidence that you have. And in order to do what God has called you to do, you're going to have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, when God tells you it's a particular thing that he wants you to do, you're going to be afraid. You're going to question God. You're going to make excuses because deep down, you don't feel qualified. And one of the main ways of not believing the lie that you're not qualified is that you're going to have to recognize the enemy's voice and know that God has called you. Over the years, the devil has tortured me with the lie of not feeling like I was called. And I believed it. Whenever God would speak to me about doing a particular thing, for example, for years I wanted to start a women's ministry at my church. But whenever I would start planning for it and get excited about it, I would always stop because a voice in my head would say, how can you lead a group of women and they know more than what you know? So I would always eventually listen and just stop. I'm just so glad that I started recognizing the voice of the enemy and knew that I needed to get delivered from those negative thoughts, because if I didn't, I would not have never started this YouTube channel. I would not be finishing up my first book. You are so much more capable than what you realize. In order to be free, one of the things that you're going to have to do is start recognizing the enemy's lies. Learn to believe the opposite about yourself. If he says that you're not spiritual enough, you're not good enough, know that you have all that you need. And God hasn't placed it inside of you before you were even born, because God is omnipotent and he knows everything. Lie number 2, you're not enough for this church. Satan wants you to believe that you are not called, that you are not enough. And he wants you to believe that because he don't want you to be active in your church. He don't want you to start reaching out, trying to build relationships with the women at your church. Because he know that if he can hinder you, it's going to hinder the ministry. Because it's only so much that your husband can do. Because you have a particular part in the ministry that God has called you for. So he wants you to believe that you're not enough. And I want you to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God created you for a time like this, and the people that you are going to inspire, motivate, encourage, win to Christ are going to be women just like you. So one thing you got to start doing is just believing that you are enough. The same way that God called your husband to pastor the flock, he chose you to assist him. Lie number 3, you are alone in this. That's one of the main tricks of the enemy, is that he wants you to believe that nobody cares, nobody understands, that you are the only one that's going through what you're going through. Satan wants you to feel like you are alone so that he can talk to you and try to get you to believe the lies that he constantly tells you about yourself. I want to encourage you and let you know that you're not alone. You have women in your church that constantly prays for you. But of course, the enemy, he don't want you to know that. I went through a season in my life a couple of years ago, and I felt so alone. I was battling issues within myself. I was having some serious issues in my marriage. And I felt like that I didn't have anyone to talk to, anyone that I could trust. But I learned how to trust and depend on God. And I prayed constantly. He didn't come when I wanted him to, but he was on time. And God healed me. And he restored my marriage and also my relationship with him. And from that experience of feeling so alone, that motivated me to want to start helping first ladies, encourage them, and also just to let them know that you're not alone. It's because God is with you. One of the main things that's going to help you is you got to learn how to recognize God's voice over the enemy's voice. Most of the time, if it's something negative, something that's going to make you feel bad about yourself, it's the enemy's voice. Because God is a God of love. And he's not going to want to discourage you or make you feel like you're not enough. You're not smart enough. Once I started recognizing the enemy's voice over God's voice, that's when I began to experience freedom within. I learned how to do what God has called me to do, even in my fear. I've learned how to allow God to hold my hand and to walk with me. My desire is for you to be free. If you are struggling within and you need me to pray for you, if it's not personal, feel free to put it in the comment section below. And if it's something personal, you can email me at chatswithflo@gmail.com. And if you need some daily encouragement, don't forget to grab your free 7-day devotional guide for pastors' wives. It's full of encouragement and scriptures to help you thrive. The information is going to be pinned in the comment section and also down in the description box below. If you want to support me, subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and share it with another sister that you think that needs some encouragement. Make sure you watch my next upcoming video about why pastors' wives feel so lonely. May God bless you. Bye.